have a few bonus cards and clarifiers, and then we'll also do some live clarifiers with the What's Tea deck. I already saw, not gonna lie to you, Moving Silence came up here with this Three of Swords, the Emperor, and the Two of Wands. Could have something to do with this Emperor who shows up as like a boss, okay, or somebody else's husband. Could also talk about a company or corporation, but when we say entanglements, it may involve a situation. And trust your own intuition to guide you on if it could be a situation you in. For some, it may involve work, others, materials, and contracts. Could be soulmates and karmic contracts. Third party situations. I have some people who are considering getting into multi it's not monogamy. What's that other word? Hypergamy. I don't know what the fuck motherfuckers is into, but there is some hypergamy too. Um, Dating up. Some people are strongly considering possessions, materials, contracts, children, or money when it comes to a particular situation or relationship. Could be within a marriage, doesn't have to be. But we'll go ahead and get started. So, the first cards that came out for you, we have Aries. Whether it's a first impression, where somebody's like really excited about a situation and then it doesn't pan out the way that one thought. It does talk about a potential to release something, be it unexpressed feelings inside, or actually like releasing a person. It does talk about receiving love, advancing your soul core, so it could be like a catalyst comes in, activates you. It feels like some super strong, like spiritual situation. There could be entanglements that involve, work or marriage or other relationships. And so that could be very, entangled. Faith, healing, and renewal. For some of you guys where direct communication could be a factor. From the spiritual realm, it's just saying like your higher self, your intuition, things messing with you regarding the situation. Others, it talks about overcoming traumas, addressing inner child wounds, healing suppressed memories. This could be within a relationship, a marriage, or whatever the situation may be. Some people have, I want to say, a desire to release themselves from a situation for more personal freedom, where there could be collaborative things like children, property, money, prior engagements, commitments, etc. You could be this. I mean, if it's not about like a relationship or a mistress, somebody's married, longtime friends, or on and off again lovers dealing with situations. It could even just talk about partnering with someone, and then trying to do that. It's just like some bad blood, be it from the past or inner wounds, some communications or conversations, but somebody wasn't expecting that. So it's like one of those we need to talks where somebody gets a surprise. The other one may have had more time to prepare for it, but somebody could just take it as like a wrench. And the what did he put a wrench at? You know what I'm talking about. We have Capricorn moon here. We also have Libra and Venus energy. So then when I saw the Three of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles, I thought that was very interesting, clarified by a whole bunch of cards. But for the most part, you do have the Star card here. So it kind of put me in the mind frame of like the end of an arrangement or marriage, an arranged marriage. And it could have been predominantly out of, well, I have kids with this person, a business with this person, finances, money with this person. It also talks about just resources being either discussed or distributed through a collective. So I did think about like polygamy and all that kind of stuff. But there's still like a favorite in the situation. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, where some other priorities, some other people, some other feelings, something is being abandoned. Okay, so somebody could have a feeling of abandonment, or there could be just like something overlooked, where or either rejected. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Emotional turmoil, because there's an offer with the Ten of Cups, and it does talk about something being better than you thought. But then it was clarified by Pyrite, which is like fool's gold. So with this communication with this Emperor, with the heartbreak, with the truth, with the entanglement, I'm not sure the charming, finesse is going to work. Others of you, if there's a situation that's getting sticky, you may have to be a little bit charming. Um, because I don't think that the overstimulated, like emotionally unstable or emotionally immature energy is going to work um, to kind of like bridge a gap or whatever the case may be if there's like a collaborative act or a relationship. For some people, it talks about just like becoming upset, by like criticism over here. Just criticism and judgment sounds like a narcissist or someone's gaslighting within a marriage due to something that you like that they may not like. So be mindful of that. That did come up where within partnerships there could be communications about who's doing what's being brought into the house, or a disagreement, so that I don't try to like pinpoint about what, but there may be a disagreement, broken promises, or somebody just like laying something on too thick, being super super generous, but it's like a lesson learned in the end. So it's just kind of like be mindful. I didn't see the Seven of Swords. I didn't see like any super dark like malicious energy, but we do have the Fox down here with the Six of Pentacles. So there's that. Now, a decision being made with authority that could be heartbreaking to somebody with that Three of Swords. So just be, on the lookout for that in the environment, and acting from a position of strength and authority. So if there's like a question or an answer in a situation, it's maybe, because there's like this yes and no kind of deal. So we'll see about that, where some decisions aren't made, some things are not over. Somebody could be fed up and it's like, I just don't want anyone else from my past, or it's the past that leads them to the situation, because some people are comfortable with, having arrangements or whatnot, be it I'm going to take cash and be a day labor worker, and whatever group or organization that you're in, kind of like going against them, doing things on your own. That could happen within a marriage. So just be open to, how it could affect one, right? And if it's not you personally, or a cross watcher, it could be someone in the environment that could be dealing with, companies, authority figures, married men, or their own stability, right? Being a personal authority in their life, after trying to be optimistic, but I think that's the struggle for people, where it's like being more top shelf in your own life and just feeling like the entanglement is life altogether, where you like more control over it, or to have more authority in a situation, whether it involves finances, co-workers, children, co-parenting, whatever the case may be. It's just like there's a need for or a want from someone to have more authority in a situation. May involve a household. It could involve how something ends or what's best for a person. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Now, acting off of what's in the head first is a situation that could come up because somebody's intuition or something that they're feeling may be due to past issues that they're healing from, like abandonment. So you could think it's your intuition telling you a thing, but really it's coming from like past traumas, because you really admire a person, or this situation, it might mean something to you. And having trust issues or the inability to collaborate, like not working well with others, or just, like to move in silence. Some people just like may want more personal space, or just not may do well in group settings. So it's like, I'm down for the cause, but all of these other people that have a say so, or, if there is a marriage or somebody's dating somebody else, having those discussions, like you have a one-on-one relationship with a person, but it's an open relationship, and it could even be, is it practical? How does it benefit you? Or for some, it's kind of like this even spiritual review or questioning. So just be mindful of that. Now, if there was in the past, there could be an unusual or unexpected event that leads to some sort of loss with the Three of Pentacles, and then the Three of Swords right here. 33 is also about like mastery, and it does talk about lessons. And you have the Fox down here with the Six of Pentacles. So I was wondering what that was about, where there's like reciprocity, like what's being put into something, what's coming out of something. And there could be a person that's super clever, okay, and charming, and it's like some finesse in a situation. So the loss could come through this partnership, this group, and then some bit of finesse, and that could work in so many different scenarios. It's insane. So just be mindful of that. Um, Someone acting out of boredom, right? It's like that's greed a little bit. Not gonna hold you. And I think that the Four of Pentacles would be greed, but you do have like the Three of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. So somebody could think like they the Beyonce in the group, right? I mean, not that she's greedy, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's a group effort, but this one person that's probably gonna go solo, right? After all of these other promises and dreams about the collective thing, or the group thing or the me and you thing, deciding to, do their own thing, but at the same time being generous to you. So that could piss some people off. It's kind of like they won't be a bad guy. They're not a mean person. They didn't do anything like shady, really. And even says, hey, if it's a job on some bullshit, a severance package, right? Or if it's a marriage, someone saying, you keep the house, right? Or, whatever the case may be. Maybe to help heal the situation. But for others of you, I feel like it's just whatever the judgment or decision is that the person makes, it does create some sort of like emotional instability. For some, those who may be struggling with letting something go or coming out of the arrangement or agreement, I think it benefits them in some way towards their hopes, wishes, and dreams. It could be a relationship where you guys benefit each other. But then I'm stuck over here, with this particular situation, the path I was already on, or one that I'm deliberating about starting. You know what I'm saying? Because that happens also. Okay, I don't want to move that in, if I'll. Okay, so those situations could come to play. Now, also dealings with contracts, physical property, leases, or money could be a topic of discussion regarding some situations, and there could also be making sure everything is in order, right? So taking a loss because we were just optimistic and thinking, hey, the world is my oyster, taking some risks, like whatever, doing your motivational thing, but everything may not have been in order. Somebody is getting like a bigger piece of a pie than the other, so it does talk about like inequality of some sort. So just be mindful of those things. Spiritual commitments that enhance the material process, those relationships, those partnerships. It's like some of you coming out of something, deciding to move in a different direction with a different group of people, a different job, or it's just like if I'm going to compromise in certain areas or with somebody, it's going to benefit me. Okay. So definitely not taking an L for some of you after a situation or a conversation could have like led that way. We have soulmates and karmic contracts. You got the Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups over here with the Daughter of Cups. And so there could talk about like a release of some sort, like not just releasing things, that no longer serve you, like the Eight of Cups would say, and then get into the Nine of Cups of happiness, and contentment to get to that bliss, right? Pyrite here, I didn't like that being a clarifier. It does talk about luck, prosperity, and success. So for some, there will be a happy ending. For others, there may not, right? Because Pyrite is known for fool's gold, but according to like this particular deck, of course, it tells me about the benefits. So it does talk about a spark of some sort. You know what I mean? And a shielding from negativity and protection from like integrating your aura. So since we're talking about groups, right, or a lack of monogamy in some situations, the clarifier was fool's gold. And I think that says enough for itself. Now, if there was an arrangement, you dealing with somebody and they're like, man, fuck this, right? The kid, either they don't have kids or ties like that, or maybe the kids are older, maybe they were just staying for the kids. It does talk about the end of an arrangement or entanglements. So being hurt by the criticism or the unfair judgment could cause somebody to say, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore or whatever. And it talks about starting fresh and not being afraid. So that could be significant to some. And with the High Priestess here and then the Hermit under it, it's strong, not speaking, possibly even some ghosting, where the Four of Swords even talks about not talking. and someone that causes someone possibly to take it personally, kind of feeling rejected. Like, am I what they want? Maybe I'm not what they wanted. Some people could, back away because they don't feel that you want them, right? I've seen it where two people are having, conversations, trying to date, trying to get to know each other. Um, Everybody has control issues, but say that they're optimistic, or the challenge in the situation is that no one is really optimistic. Everybody's kind of set how this is going to go. And then it's like, boom, if I don't have a lot of your attention, or you basically chasing me, it's kind of like, I don't feel that you're interested. So I'm going to slowly back away. And the other person, all they see is a person that backed away. So it's like, well, if you back away, I'm kind of backing away because I've been here before. I'm not playing this type of game. I'm looking for right here reciprocity. I've already been in situations where, I'm supposed to be waiting. You know what I'm saying? You giving over here, but not giving to me. Or I'm giving over here, not giving over there, and something not working well within that group setting or whatever. So some people may feel that way. Others may just be focusing on priorities and commitments, right? Mind and heart, as well as spirit, moving in the same direction, when before, regarding the loss or the heartbreak or the thing that needs to be healed, it just talked about, in the mind, right? But this new situation, or what someone could be focused on, involves like the mind, body, soul type deal, okay? Or being in alignment, trying to get their heart and their mind on the same page with what makes sense, okay? Could be there recognition in the situation. So it could be, I don't see no tower, but I know what Uranus is doing in June, as well as some other transits, and someone who could have been in the shadow or a silent partner in a situation may be coming to the forefront. That's happening in the media all day long, with these different cases. I speak highly of both of these men. I'm not mentioning nobody's names, but it's like a hip hop producer, artist, currently, all over being blasted about some egregious acts. And then I saw a few clips the other day that says another big mogul, billionaire artist, maybe next, one of his homeboys, who I kind of remember being in the tabloids not too long ago, for, a sister saying, watch out, don't, the elevator incident. And then allegedly the daughter spoke out and was like, I'm gonna expose you or something. But I was like, they gotta be fake. I don't see their child doing no shit like that. I can see North and Kanye going through some shit like that, but not those other two. So anyway, yeah. So those kind of situations can unfold, but making great progress, getting back out there and making, some amends as far as the collective. If this is financial, material, if this is like relationship wise, for some of you, it is getting back out there. I know some people separated that, try to date or whatever. And I don't get it, because I'm like, just get a divorce first, because it's like you're still in a contract, and you're openly dating others while still separated, and then they have all kind of reasons for why. That's cool. If nothing like that is affecting your situation, it does say that lack in, what do you call it? Like a personality clash. There may be situations at work, within a relationship, within a situationship or an entanglement, where the personalities clash, and that leads to possibly a loss of a negotiation. So if you have applied for something, a job, I don't know, some organizations, because you do have the emperor or some head of some sort. It could be your landlord. Hell, I don't know. That somebody was overly optimistic, and maybe being generous in a situation where they were giving, and then you realize you ain't get much back, or the foods go pop up, and it's like, damn, I didn't want that. Too much was enough, and I didn't stop, but now I'm just gonna do me. And that's where that introverted, going into the shell, or just going within, trying to strengthen that intuition so we don't take no more L's, or whatever the case. Relationships being subordinate to work, that could cause some sort of friction, where work and finances is more important than relationships. Others of you, if you do have oaths and spiritual contracts, soul contracts, karmic contracts, that is, oh my God, because now it always kind of come down to feeling like a conspiracy theory a little bit, but some artists have contracts that we don't know about, but people do kind of speculate where it's like you can't have kids, can't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and it's like in the fucking writing or something that we may not write it, but do it, motherfucker. So just imagine, normal everyday people having those kind of like karmic contracts or soul contracts, things that were fated for you to experience in certain circumstances with certain people, companies, etc. So those things could be discussed, right? Um, the soul contracts have been coming out a lot, and like karmic contracts. So whether you guys are coming up to the end, realizing you in them, understanding what they even are, or meeting new people that are going to become that. It could be in the environment where the fox comes in, the high priestess done popped up, the hermit came through here, and judgment is in reverse. And it's like something ain't understood, gotten completed, something ain't finished, lesson ain't learned just yet. And it may have something to do with generosity or reciprocity or receptivity or patience, humanitarianship and philanthropy, could be involved. So those are those things. Now, evaluating the progress, that's what I feel like the high priestess is sitting over here doing. So intuitively, someone who may not be speaking in a certain situation where there could be a separation, it's like evaluating the process of it all. And that could be just weighing the pros and cons. It talks about pulling resources together. So if somebody is evaluating the situation and there are pooled resources or consideration of pooled resources, that can happen in business, that can happen within the household, roommates, okay, marriage. Okay, spirit's like, nope. So fine, that part was that. Um, kind of pooling with others, if not just for the resources, to group an accomplishment, right? So it's like, I do this, somebody else may do this, and somebody else may do that. That could, work in a business, that could work with co-parenting, that could work with a community project. However the case may be, it may be a solution or an outcome to a situation where it's like coming together. Now, for some of you, it does involve a house, possibly like literally at least a house, some sort of, I don't know, it could be like bankruptcy, foreclosure, it could be an inherited house, just a gift, an offering of some sort. And it's like, you don't even want it, right? And it's kind of like a loss to even engage in it. So that's where entanglements kind of fall, where we're doing something or making certain choices and decisions. Others are involved. And then there's our real lives or, a priority of some sort or the outcome that makes it difficult, right? For one or everybody involved. Some not seeing eye to eye came up a lot. So just be mindful of that, especially with the house here, the paperwork here, the intuition, the taking the L after being optimistic. So just be mindful of that. And just to see about some of these personalities, because the Emperor definitely showed up, if not as a company, a person, or the one who gives the first impression of like whatever I'm describing, right? We have hustling, okay, making it rain, focused, okay, on money and getting it. Yes, I understand that. We also have played out at the bottom and always partying. So that's the Three of Cups card. The always partying is Three of Cups. So there may, I would hate for it to be some kind of hustle where two people are together and, one or both of them see other people just to gather resources. I can imagine that. I can definitely imagine Kojak having a girlfriend, but dating other women, getting shit from him. And then somebody finds out about that, right? Or the other way around. Like the girl is, I heard about that on the internet. Really, I don't know these people, but a girl was living with her co-parent, and also had like this relationship with this guy. They were kind of like online, or how they have the work husbands and wives. I don't do that kind of shit. But it was that kind of situation. And it was said that, her co-parent that she stayed with, because they just had a baby. So I can't just say boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all co-parents, knew about this other buddy or whatnot. So kind of like working the system type deal. If you like it, I love it. But that's something. Okay. So then we have no judgment. We have dirt digging, looking for dirt on you, or vice versa. Is over here with this contract. Is over here with this star. That gives me. I don't know why I decided about child support. There could be like the separation or the divorce that some people are going through. Some exes, some spiteful co-parents. It may be companies or jobs. Like if you're having some issues, they don't want to point out directly what the issue is, but looking for something that seems like more likely, right? I don't want to fire you for this. You may get unemployment or it may sound wrong, right? So I want you to do something that's like textbook or whatnot. We have same shit, different day. So some of you guys are aware and may have experienced that, especially when it comes to it. I just looked at the high priestess and it came back up. So same shit, different day. We have cock blocking, bad habits, addiction, toxicities. Okay. And then we have that offer down here. And so that's what I was talking about. Like that pyrite. I don't know about that pyrite, but let's see. Since it says an offer, what kind of offer? Somebody got carless. Okay, you didn't. Is that the page or the Knight of Cups? Yeah, that's the page of Cups. Okay. So let me see. Offer. This offer, it says unbothered. I knew it was like a bullshit, like little bitty ass offer. We got Boss Daddy here. And what came out is never has the facts, makes up shit, lies. Okay, it says no facts. Then we have giving money and too busy winning. So some finances are involved. Somebody feeling generous or burnt or used could be in there. We also have fake accounts. So they may be looking through social media, or there's like we talked about some agreement, some arrangement, some lease, some paperwork, some company, a generous offer of some sort. And so it's kind of like there's still a fake account or some research being done using a fake account. So that's very interesting. With the emotional overwhelmment, the past situation, somebody returning versus not returning to a situation. Oh, we got creeping. So that makes sense to the entanglement. And probably creeping because we got grudge holder here looking like the Knight of Wands, but as a girl. So maybe the Page of Wands. But it does say creeping. So that chasing my tail, emotionally kind of distraught, situations from the past, some sort of revelation, something being revealed. You guys got creeping, and then after that, you got moving and threatening. So intimidating, threatened and bothered. Over here, you had unbothered. So somebody's going to get exactly what they want and have a happy ending. Someone else that gets let go of or cheated on is searching, right? Creeping, hurt, emotionally unstable, threatening. Oh, and then some caught a case. So whether this is like a criminal situation or a case of the something, insert a word for lack of a better phrase, it also talks about infections, diseases, rashes, or whatnot. Now with the philanthropist, the teacher, the catalyst, the wise one, the finesser, somebody using charm, it says into you. I like that. Good chemistry, great vibes, being positive. Somebody's weighing that. Like, I would leave my situation for you because you give me that. And others are saying, do I even like you like that? Maybe they require good chemistry, good vibes, and being positive. And clearly someone here is a little bit controlling and emotionally unstable and may lie a little bit. So I don't know about that. With the high priestess, ooh, the soulmate. You have that, so it's like a favorable soulmate possibly, because you have karmic friends. But I had such a good feeling. But it says can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Bottom of the deck, we have bankrupt. And then we have running. So that's dip. That's Scorpio energy there. And this talks about friendship. So it's definitely not the people in a relationship or a marriage. Those are them situationships and that other woman where somebody's running from some financial situations, and like it's fake. And I feel like it's connected to the Emperor because when I did clarifiers, when I first started shuffling and pull these cards out, I did see fake smile and boss daddy. So I don't know what that was about. Uh, this boredom or rejection, unbothered. We have unbothered. We have marrying for money. I know that child services stuff was up there, that dirt digging, but child services, kids possibly being at risk. It talks about reporting something, neglect or abuse. Not what it is. I'm not sure what it is, but what we have digging up dirt, looking up something and then reporting like neglect or abuse that could come from a contract or like a situation at a company where you or somebody in the environment may have been reported to HR or something. You never know. But that marriage thing came out. I think this is for the Emperor because behind it said forcer. But we have marrying for money, and cyberbullying. So there could be an entanglement online, between like a married or a separated person and exposing their partner. Like, so just be mindful of what's being said and pillow talking, because if somebody is expressing their grievances for a relationship to somebody else that's a friend, a fake friend, or a potential lover, and then they express those things that have been expressed, that could be a problem. So that is what I have, child. That's something else. I hope it helps. Until next time.